TNT line. See, we had a couple guys on there, so I figured I'd bop on right away. Give everybody a few minutes. I want to thank some people and a couple of mentions. I might as well start out. Anybody from Weyburn, let me know. I can know they are paying for coyote feet, and I think I got a couple here. Hey, Jim. How you doing, buddy? It'd be well worth the drive from Weyburn here. I mean, if I got 76 coyote this year, that would be $1,520 in feet. So, hey, Brian. I wasn't feeling it today, but I promised, and you know me, I'm a man of my word. So, hey, Michael, doing good, buddy. Herman, how are you, buddy? Good to see you too, Chris. Yeah, so if anybody's from Weyburn, just make sure you say so. And hey, Ronnie. Happy Easter. I brought this today. And I know everybody's so sad my beard's gone, except me, because I hate the damn thing. I love it in the wintertime, but, you know, I was eating a sandwich the other day. I got this hair stuck between my teeth, and then I can feel it with my tongue. I pull it out, and the damn thing's still connected. I mean, I can't even eat a sandwich or nothing anymore with this. I know it looks like it's okay now, but trust me. Oh, I missed some guys. I'll go back. Hey, Trev. Yeah, okay, there's a thing about those dogs, too, I want to tell everybody. I did not, Carl, but I got something about those dogs, so... Hey, J Squared. Glad you guys can make it. That's my mom and John, by the way. J Squared, say hello, everybody. They had a little bit of illness go through them, and they're doing better now, so... Hey, Abby. Rennies, glad you make it. Glad you could make it. Hey, Michael. Yeah, it's going okay. I've got no more dogs in the shed in the garage to skin. I got the deep freeze full of hides that I don't think I'm going to bother skinning. I've got a pretty nice fur shed full. All things considered, that is, you know. And, but about those dogs, yeah, I got sidetracked and lost a bunch of guys. Hey, Steven. Hey, Myron. It's good to be live. Okay, what I was going to say is I took those checks to the bank on Monday, and on Tuesday I got a phone call from the bank because their state money orders from the States, they're putting a 60-day hold on them, which I guess is okay because they'll be getting tanned for a few months anyway, so I'll pay for them to get tanned, and hopefully it clears. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Just making it harder and harder for guys to move money anywhere, you know, whether stupid. I'm not even going to get into it. No, it's gone, man. It is so gone. I'm going to start right about somewhere over here and go, ring, 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 ring. And then I look about 10 years younger, too, so maybe I'll feel better, too. You know, we're going to have some of our first days above zero this year coming up right away, and I can hardly wait. They say Monday's going to be 15. Can't even imagine what 15 feels like. Oh, yeah, my living room, that's 15. Yeah, I still pay cash for everything, Steven, so no, I'm not playing that game. As long as you keep cash in the system, they can't go cashless. Mark, how you doing? Are you here to watch me shave this little beard off? When did I start? Beginning of November, so November, December, January, February, March, 5 good solid months. And that's all I could do. Oh well. That's plenty, trust me. I noticed when I was doing it, my beard part is right with my hair part, so it comes together that way. I gotta have to part the mustache, I guess. There you go. Whoa. Gotta learn to quit talking so much. I know, Carl. There was another guy, SW. He sent it twice and got it back because they couldn't, the postage, they couldn't get it with my address. And I said, I don't know what to tell you, dude. That's my address. So he took it again. They said they'd try it again, and he waited and got the postage on it, and they sent it back again for improper postage, and they're the ones that weighed it and sent it. So it's just stupid. I don't know. It's a conspiracy. Thanks, Tim. Hey, how you doing, Corey? Glad you could make it on, your mom. That's funny. I thought, who else would I expect to have that handle other than you, Corey? Don't shave. I don't like it in the summertime especially. No, I'll be running the clippers, and I'm going to be using this as my mirror right here, so it'll be like a bush falling all around you guys. Hey, Lance. Doing all right, buddy. Say hi to the family. Oh, I had so much, some people to thank. I had a couple guys skin some dogs for me while Greg skinned, 20 for me and 5 for him. It worked out. And young feller there skinned some in town over there, and I just got mine back from him too. Hey, Dogbone, doing all right. So I'd like to thank my skinners for helping me out this year. It was kind of hard. Hopefully I'm in better shape next year. And I wouldn't mind that Greg guy skinning about 50 or 60 for me next year. He does a good job. Reminds me a lot of how I do them. So there was a couple little differences, but I can see why he does it that way. And maybe I might change it just a little bit how I do it. Talking about the front legs, buddy, in case you're listening. That's funny, Brian. And I don't shave my hair because it scares the hell out of people when I have a head full of hair. I don't know why. I had quite a day today. I'm gonna roll a smoke, guys, so you just chat amongst each others. Yeah, I know you guys want to see skinning, but when I'm down in the skinning room, there's music on, and I am totally focused on what I'm doing. I don't know. I always tell you guys, it's fun out on the trap line, but you're gonna make your money in the fur shed, so no distractions. Think about what you're doing and do it. So yeah, I'm a little disappointed about the money orders because they pulled that same thing last time I sold furs, and they all went through. Like, I mean, it's a money order. It's guaranteed money. And in fact, one of them was a certified check, so I don't know how they can hold that back. But they are. And what do? We're the little guy. Awful lot of little guys, though. If only they could organize somehow. Huh. Some army somewhere starting. Oh yeah, that'd be a kick-ass army. All right. I'm gonna show Brian this one because I know Brian, after Pete telling him that was pre-roll, I can roll, Brian. Heck, I've spilled more on my bow tie than most guys that smoked. I'm not gonna go back, sorry. I guess Mark's leaving. Stay safe, Mark. Yeah, obviously, all you guys stay safe. Okay, you know what? I'll shut the music off next year and we'll do some at the beginning of the season. I'll do some. Obviously, they're doing it. They're holding them. I just don't understand if it's certified. They say certified is like cash. Well, it's obviously not. I'm gonna have one with you, Brian. Hey, how you doing, Katie? Katie. Sorry, Kathy. I kind of mixed you and Kaylee up there for a little bit. Catherine, I was thinking. Good. I don't know how you could, Mark. You gotta see this hair. I told Pete I'm dropping my fur off my face, and he says, "Oh, where are you doing that?" And I said, "Right here on your floor. There's a big crack where the stalls used to be. I'll fill that up with some insulation." But anyway, it's been a while again, guys, so cheers. I got some video footage, but I don't put it out because it's like on the way to town, there's a billion deer on the road all the time, and I mean, I had a picture of me going right through a flock of about 40 of them because they stay off the middle of the road. They run down the shoulders, and I go right through them. And if they're in the middle, when the truck gets on their ass, they pull out of the way. Your mom. That's funny. Nobody else that I know could have that name other than you, Corey. My mom's on here, by the way, Corey, so your mom. Hey, John. Yeah, we're just doing a live here. We're less like 14,000 from away from a million on my views, and I just don't think I got a video in me that is good for 14,000. So I guess it's gonna be on the off season. Some crappy little video that'll be the million one. That's funny. They opened a shop up in Foam Lake. So I just go in and grab it there. It's cut rate deals, so. Those aren't whips and chains, Renice. No matter how much you wish they were, those are not whips and chains. Those are all pullers and tie-down straps. Yes, hello to everybody's moms out there. That's funny, Mark. Hi, mothers of the world. No, that's the whole thing, Chris. I don't either. I go down there, and I don't even like people down there usually, but why are you doing that? How come you did that? Whoa, what's that do? Is that something that they need? I don't need all that when I'm skinning. I'm just in a zone. I'll have one of these and go down there, and I don't cut the hides, nothing. And if I can't concentrate, I hit the hides. So, I mean, it just makes more sense to be all there when you're supposed to be. Yeah, shame on you, Eunice. Oh, same thing. I don't know. I could see you needing a tie-down strap or two. There's no doubt. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There were just 50 people and only 20 likes. Over half of you don't even like me and you're here. That's crazy. And I came here just for you guys, and I didn't feel like it today, but I went to the doc yesterday. He's amazed. He said, I'm amazing. Half man, half amazing. He can't believe the shape I'm in, and I just, with the blood pressure test too, I never took it the whole winter. I went in there and I'm like 130 over 80, so with my heartbeat's under 60. And I know I wouldn't be there if I didn't trap last winter, so I know I'd still be a little dizzy, frail, a little whatever. Something horrible, a woke guy. I'd be a woke guy. Everybody slop what? Oh, jeez. Well, you were on about the whips and chains there before. I'm going to have to get a pair of reading glasses or a little set of John Lennon bifocals, and I can read this stuff. I believe that too, Bill. I really do. And there's no such thing as can't. Don't want to, won't, shouldn't, couldn't, but not can't. I don't believe in that word. Hey, Mac. All I got left is what's in the deep freeze to put on board. So I think there's 9 in there left. Fur room looks good. I got pictures. I put some on Facebook. I bet some of you guys seen those on Facebook, eh? I forgot I put them on there until I came here. Pete said oh no, wait a minute. No, I never put those ones on. Never mind. I'll put a picture on somewhere for you guys. For sure, I'll take you for a walk through there, and I'll make some kind of video. I did do about 4 minutes out at Greg's place when I picked up my 20 furs from there. But I actually picked up 21. He miscounted, and I talked to him at home, and I think he counted that boxes as one, and that was a gift. So I owe Greg a dog, so I'll make it up to him next year. That's part of his signing bonus. Greg, if you're watching, I'm just kidding. The hooks on my power rams. The hooks on my power rams. Oh, the safeties, you mean? When those ones were breaking, I had 22 break last season. And every time they broke, I'd just try to find it. And if it wasn't still on the ram, I could go in the snow and look for it. And I managed to save about 12 and a half of them out of 22 snapped rams. So I've got some. So I've got a tobacco can out in the shop, or whatever it is. It's some kind of can, and it's full of them. So when I come to one, I just put another one on and crimp it on. So Funkfetti, Bill Davis. You showed up just at the right time with Mountain Bushcrafter. Thanks for coming out. Hey, there's Judith and Dan. Oh, these stupid eyes. That looks like Paul. Hey, Paul. Oh, I didn't know that was Roland's cousin. Yeah, guys should get out shed hunting. You know, I know where all those deer are because they're running down on the roads and they're going in the bush about 10 yards at the most because they don't want to go any farther in that country out there. I don't know what's in there. I haven't been in there. I'm going to pick those all up with the side by side, everything that's left out there now. And I would love to be able to, I know I had a couple of subscribers tell me they were going to get me game cams, but they never did. So I'm going to get myself some this year, and I'm going to set that bush up this summer and see what is moving around in there. Because you guys remember even last year, some of the eating 2 dogs that are like 200 feet apart, and one right all that was left was his head, and man, they ate all his guts out of the second one, and there's something in there. But I know coyotes will do it too, but there's other things in there too. Honestly, there is. You know what, Bill? I love it. It's I'd just as soon wait for it as, but I don't ever run myself right out either. I'm always thinking ahead. A lot of good channels on here now. Yeah, it's supposed to, we get spring on Monday and it's supposed to start pouring on Thursday here. Wait do you see the pictures I got? We had a snowstorm again just a couple days ago, and I'm driving down the road coming home, and of course I got to pull the phone out and driving in that crappy stuff and video while I'm doing it, but I'll get a video to you guys just to try and get moving and get that boat and camper bought, and we'll get some fishing ones. I'd like to go do a childhood run, all the places we used to fish when where I was growing up. That would be pretty cool. Don't know if I can get into Cannington Lake anymore though. The beard thing. Well, it's not even 6:15 yet. Is this? Yeah, it's probably about 16 after 17. All right, let's get it on. Let me finish this so at least I have a chance at screwing up and cutting half my hair too. Man, I don't even know. I got one as far as I know, and I'm cool with that. As far as dispensaries go, Bill. Oh. Oh, thanks, Bernice. I'm assuming you meant you always miss me. Okay, well, I'll smoke the rest of that later. I can't shut up long enough to smoke it, so. I brought Pete my diesel cans and his mouse straps back. I can't read that name. Is that Herman? No. Henry. Hey, Henry. Not so bad. You know, it's a lot better than it was in, say, the 90s, early 90s. Those prices were off the hook. Cheers, everybody. I brought all the tools. I got everything. Oh, the batteries are dead. Oh, no. No, they're not. They don't sound very strong, though. Maybe we'll get half of it off. I'll have to shave biosymmetrically so that if I do run out halfway, I've got the same shaved on both sides. Oh, yeah, I got fur left, Mac, I mean, sorry. I plan on getting the extra ones tanned too, because I gotta have them on my wall. I can't not have them because if I don't have, people are always taking them when they're on my wall. So I'm crazy not to have a half a dozen hanging there at all times. Ha. And like I said, you might see some pretty cool faces here. By cool faces, I mean totally uncool faces. But here's my mirror. This don't have to be that good. Just want to make sure it's all out of the way. Well, how was that knotted? Shut up, Bill. I know, I know. Whoop. The integrity of one of those ponytail holders went. Oh well, that's good enough. Make sure it don't hang down. All right, give me a hat and let's get to work. Oh, that ain't gonna be very good. This is gonna be, well, we'll pick a part on my ear and go. Wow, I'm gonna be covered in it. It's not working like I thought it would. Sure sounds like this thing's ready to die. Oh, that's what I get for taking a hedge trimmer to the bush. I can't even call Pete and ask him to bring me some batteries from the house. Please go a little stronger. The only chance I got is against the grain. Can't believe this is what you wanted to see. No kidding. Nope, didn't work, Brian. I'm gonna stop when I look Amish. Man, is that thick. That's the worst part, is how thick it is. And the hair is like wire. I know you can't tell that from there. It's like the wire that comes off a wire brush, curly like that when you pull it out. Okay, I'll straighten that shit out later. I gotta say, I thought this little razor would have gave up by now. She's a gamer. Keep moving forward, little buddy. I don't know why you guys would say that I won't catch dogs because the beard come off. I do it every year after winter. And every year I catch almost as many dogs as Courier catches. Yeah, that's why I'm not going to shave it with my 5-blade Gillette, because it'll feel like it's bleeding after I do that. I'm just going to rough it with this up and give it a day. Do it again a couple of times, and then I'll take the Gillette to it. And then it'll still feel like hamburger meat. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave that. What do you think? When I'm thinking, I can go, My mother is happy tonight. I don't know if she is or not. She hasn't said anything, I don't think. I've been Oh, Leah, I look like I've been playing with... Oh, Pete, I'm sorry about your floor, man. I look like I've been playing with coyotes all day. I'm just all fur. I won't be allowed in my own house. I'm kidding. I'll let me in. A drink, you're right. You're doing good there, little razor. No, it's coming off too, buddy. It's all coming off. Hey, Camel. You missed it. I'm just trying to part my beard. Yes, sir, John. It's tough and it's not dead yet, man. It's got a lot of fur on it and stuff, but just tapping on your knee, right, Brian? Oh, man, am I covered in fur? No, I better finish and then do that. I don't know how to finish, though. I don't know. Well, I flew, I'll stand it straight up and down into it. Man, more like rototilling than it is shaving. Keep going over and over it. Yeah, I saw my rototiller there yesterday. Of course, it's got 2 flat tires and both on the same side, and they're the same ones that always go flat all the time, and they don't have any holes in them. And every 3 days in the summertime, I got to fill them, so I wasn't surprised. That's why I put blocks of wood under the frame, so it wouldn't sit down on the rims all winter. We're getting close. Pretty soon that's going to hit. Close. Feels better without her, Robert. I know I'm going to be able to eat without choking on my food now. Yeah, happy Easter, everybody. I sure miss my neighbor. She used to make me Easter dinners all the time and Christmas dinners. And when I was sick last year, she passed away when I was... She fell and broke her arm in her house, and in complications, she died in the hospital right about the time I was in the Wynyard Hospital. So I miss Gail. She was a great neighbor. Something about the squirrel. Tell you what, he's on the shed, and we were talking about him the other day and how big he is. Lonnie was out, and Catherine and Kaylee, so we didn't see him that day, but oh well. Mrs. Kelly has you, Ronnie, so one day maybe I'll want one of them to get mad at me all the time for everything I do, but right now I'm having a good time, so it's nice being right all the time, even when you were all the time before and never got to be right. I don't know. I'm going to stop right away. What do you think? Do I got it, you guys? Enough, eh? Man, I even checked the batteries in this before I left because I had fresh ones at home. I brought fresh everything else. Yep, we're going to call that a shave, guys. I'm going to stand up and get this. Wow. There is like a whole beard on my shirt. Like, look at this little bit on the floor here. Crazy. Oh, comes out way easier than kite here, though. I guess because it's wiry. Yeah. Well, that calls for us. Cheers. A wimpy one. Almost empty. Here we go. Human-ish. Not going to get crazy. We'll say human-ish. What do you think, Mom? Got that kind of face that even Mom doesn't love. Oh, well. And all knotted up from just being in a ponytail. All right. Now, get back to talking. Oh, man, I'm not going, no, I'll start here. Fantastic. 10 pounds lighter, 20 years younger. I don't know about 20, but I do feel better. Oh! Don't touch the hair. You wouldn't ask Samson to cut his hair, would you? Oh, I'm a little worried. Mom never said that she was, she liked it or anything, so. I don't even think about it. I'm sure I probably did enough, 10 things to make Mom hang up already tonight. Nope. And as I say that, damn it, that beard is part of your soul, son. What? Don't tell me you like that beard. Come on. You know what? There is no politer way for a mother to tell her son that he's ugly, though. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, I gotta show you something in here too. It just blew me away. You guys will get a kick out of it. You know, even if you know nothing about mechanics, you're gonna get a kick out of this shit. Pete's been working on this. I haven't talked to Pete like 2 or 3 times in the month. He's been so busy. He's got cleaning seeds. If it starts raining on Thursday, he won't be cleaning seeds. So, but he had a tractor, a drive shaft have to be changed, and wasn't a major part, $150, but a month later, here's this tractor in Pete's garage. I gotta walk with you because I can't see what it's shooting at and I want you to see. Nope, have to turn it down. There's part of it over there. There's some of it over there. Why is that so tight? No, the handle. There we go. That's better. Yeah, he gave that tractor a going over. That's all I can see. And there's parts on the other side of it and everything and all over. $75 an hour. and worth every damn penny that Peter Gray, Rich Organic Grain Farmer Mechanics Limited. I'm sure glad he doesn't listen to me. I like to razz him. He come out and had a beer with me and wondered why the furnace wasn't working because I told him, it's going to be a cold one tonight. You as well. What happened? Oh, there we go. Uh-oh, Bernice. When she puts mom underneath it like that, it means she's adopted you. Run. Run. I'm just kidding. Well, I feel like eating something now that won't be 50% hair. That would be truly amazing. Dean, how are you? By the time my eyes zoom in and I can focus on what you're saying, it goes out. So, feeling better, buddy. Feeling better. I'm thinking that we're gonna be over this little blip in my life in no time. Apparently, I can't quit doing the pills until I bring my blood pressure down to 100/80. Can you believe that? He told me. I said, "Well, what's my blood?" He said, "Normal is 140/90," and I'm running like 130/79 is what I was yesterday at with a 57 heartbeat, and he wants it lower. And I'm thinking, dude, I was running like 200, and nobody said nothing. Now I'm running below normal, and you want it lower. So I am obviously not a doctor. No, I'm not going for Beaver. There was none there last year, and I'll let them have some babies and maybe go in the fall. Plus, they bite the shit out of each other in the spring. You're better off to wait until the winter time and take them if you're going to take Beaver when they're fully prime. Even out here, even when there's ice, they're still not fully prime. They still got that black on them. And the best, you want prime beavers if you're going to sell them. It's the same with my kites. I still got kites. Excuse me. The ones that were caught in the middle of November were still a little darker down the legs. So I might start later next year. I don't like the thought because I like getting some rams out before I got to battle the snow. So I do, buddy. I do feel better, and I am happy. I know I got a pretty damn good pension from the Boilermakers. I got a nice house, and you know what? It's not fancy or nothing. Don't even. It's a trapping shack, is what it is, and I like it. I don't care if anybody else likes it or not. I like it, and I don't owe anybody anything. I don't owe any money. All my toys are paid for cash. I am happy. I look out the window and I go, yeah, you own that. But I mean, I had tough times before and I worked through them, and I like where I ended up as opposed to where I could have, put it that way. Could have been a lot worse place where I was going. I'm less stressed, totally. If I don't want to do something that day, I don't. As simple as that. Absolutely. I think, you know what, I think it's, you know, I don't know. It needs some work inside. I want to redo all that, and then had a talk. Mom and I were chatting about that today or yesterday, or I want to do the whole upstairs, but I don't want to throw the whole house into a construction zone. I want to do it like a room at a time, and hopefully I can do it fast enough that the styles don't change before I get the top floor done. The basement's staying the same. It's my trapping shed. I just got to put a conveyor in so that when I'm done skinning the coyotes, I push a button and the conveyor takes them and throws them in a pile. That's rank carrying them. Okay, well, I'm not going to fool anybody saying I carry them down the stairs because you all know I airmail them. But I have to actually carry them up the stairs. I haven't figured out how to be able to throw them up the stairs yet without knocking my water jug out. So they're a lot lighter going up than they are going down though, so. Oops. People are talking to me. I agree. I do like it. I'm not here to impress anyone. That's an upticking camel, right? One for each decade. Yeah, I think so too. And then just burn them off one quick room at a time and try and get them done so they're all the same kind of. The worst part is taking that stipple off the roof. I'm taking all that off, except in the second bedroom. I'm leaving it on there because it's actually new on there, so that'll be next time when I'm 80 when I redo the house. Oh, gee, that hardly itches at all. Sure looks different. Man, I had so much to say and whatnot, and I can't think of any of it now. I can't figure out why I'm not remembering. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. All right. I thanked Greg and Dropper Dad for doing about 30 to 40% of my skinning this winter. Mentioned about the money orders. And in other words, I'm not going to be sending that for a bit yet. So if you haven't sent and you want to get it in, it's going to take a while for it to clear, and I'm going to send extras anyway. So plus I still have the ones coming from west there yet. So hopefully these ones will be a lot faster. I'm going to hold them to it. I'm going to ask them a day, and I'm going to make them stick to it, or they're going to start dropping money on it. Lost my mind. Yep. Now I'm a damn Democrat. Sorry to 50% of you out there. Ah, darn it. And I wonder why my membership's not dropping. It's my views that drop. I've been talking with a few guys about that too, and everyone I talk to seems to think that it's YouTube screwing me around. Because if you look at the start of the year at what my views are like and what they are now, with the membership, or pardon me, subscribers that grew by over 400 this year, something's not adding up. No, I'm no Democrat, you damn right. Well, good luck with the prices and stuff. I'm still not giving them any coyotes, and if I do, they're going to be absolute garbage coyotes that should probably take to the burn pit and burn. They're not getting the good stuff for $30 or $40. They're not. I know you think, well, what are you going to do with all those coyotes next year? Well, I'm not going to do them if I'm not going to. I'll spread out and set some fisher traps and more boxes. I don't know. Maybe I'll knock some of the fox down. Hell, if I'm only going to get 20, 25 of fur, I'm going to, might as well be something that I don't have to get a hernia carrying to the vehicle. Skunks, you know how I feel about them little stinky buggers. Grew my beard out to see the colors. Yeah, eh? I was pretty surprised because when I started growing my beard out, my hair wasn't as gray as it's getting now. And I've been asked, oh, do you color your hair? Yeah, I put all that gray in there on purpose. No, I don't color my damn hair. Very few, Bill, but yeah, they're here. I crossed tracks with a few of them last year, but all my Fisher boxes were in that plywood enclosure that with no lid on it, and it filled right up with snow, and they're plastic, and I didn't want to go banging around in there with a shovel and breaking them. So I figured it's not going to hurt them to go a year without killing them, so they'll have enough competition from the coyotes killing them. So I'll figure there'll be more next year. I crossed paths in a trail. I was on the sled on each side of it during the winter. There was cat's cat on both sides too. And I know my buddy Camel caught a couple, one good one this year, and I wouldn't mind catching a cat. I know there's not many here, but I mean, they're so stupid. Like Pete said, when he was little, they were in the trees all the time, and now they're not in the trees. And if you don't want the coyotes to eat your babies, so far the coyotes here don't climb trees, so. Ah, you're too much of a redhead to be gray yet, buddy, so. I don't know. I don't know about a Grizzly Adams look-alike, if you say so. Why is it not scrolling on its own? Yeah, we don't have the mink and the muskrat, and there's hardly any beaver, and they won't tolerate the beaver. And to really have a good trap line here, I got to have some beaver. I've got to have some. Hell, I remember deer hunting that, I don't remember what year ago it was. I did videos on it. And that Wolverine in the field, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a badger at first, and then it started running, and it looked just like a little hyena with its head up and its ass down. And I knew right away it was a Wolverine. And I had my 243, and I did not shoot from 150 yards, which was a very costly mistake. The taxidermist said they're so muscled that guys shoot them with the 300 mags and don't wreck them. Ooh, almost swore. I guess I can swear on here. It's my videos that I probably shouldn't swear on for if your kids watch, and like Lance's grandkids, and I know lots of guys' kids watch. Hey Wallace, glad you can make it, brother. I'm gonna just, you know what, see how I advance, Bill, and I'm not gonna get crazy, right? I would love to get an enclosed trailer so I could drive from these big bushes instead of having to do the 5 miles in between each of these big bushes. Just load it up in the back of my drive ahead, unload it out the side door, and leave the back door open to drive it back in when you know what I mean? So much easier. And then I got my warm-up shack with the truck with me. I could go out east farther into the community pasture and try for those wolves. He actually just called me. He wanted me to come out and set a bunch of power rams for coyotes. I said, well, the coyotes are no good now. He says there's so many, they're eating the deer here, and they're getting close to the calves. He said, and I can't lose any calves. They've shot wolves out there actually before too. So I said, well, I don't want them. I can't take them when they're now, but they're probably still not too bad. They're probably into the breeding now, just getting into it, but man, when it was cool, they're not breeding when it's cold. You don't want your willy out in that damn cold. Not even for a second till it gets warm again. Cheers, belated. YouTube and Facebook. Keep both of them. Start charging for these guys extra dollars. I probably should be reading everything because I'm not getting half of what I am reading. Do it, only live once. Yeah, I agree, Bill. I can't afford it. Pete said they're about $4,500 because he had my sled and my my Polaris and the sled on behind. He loaded on his trailer, and he's got a 18-foot trailer, and he said that sled was over half hanging off, and that's 3 feet. So I'd probably need a 24-footer to get it in and out, like, you know what I mean, without having to unhook every time, because that unhooking part would be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but not major, right? Not a major thing. If I had to unhook, whatever. And if it wasn't for my little trailer, I can't use it because I'll hook my carbides all the time when I'm trying to back off, and that's not good. Yeah, we got some big ones out here, Wallace. I think you remember me that one I caught a couple of years ago, and I caught a female one that was 6 feet stretched. Not a black hair inner. Not a black hair inner. She's actually Lonnie, my buddy Lonnie. There is he's more than earned that dog. So, but she's not a black hair inner, but she's got light brown ones, and she's colored just like a coyote except the black. There's no black in her. Beautiful dog. And then 205 was kind of the same. There's not a lot of black in him. There's the odd one though. But he's monster long. I made sure I didn't stretch him any more than 9 inches so he could be really long. Yeah, I only got the 2 right now, Judith, and one goes to Lonnie, and I'm not parting with 205. Or Dan, I'm not even sure who I'm talking to. And did I just call Judith Judy? No, I wouldn't do that. I got chased by a whole family of them in a video a few years back. I like saying stuff like that once in a while because the guys that have watched for 6 years, they know what I'm talking about. They remember. Old Stalker Steve right there from like my single digit subscriber. Wow, that's a lot happening in an hour, considering, no beard. My mom told you all that I was ugly and I should have a beard. Something about my soul. That didn't really sound like Mom. That sounded more like John, but it was signed Mom, so can you believe it's a signature? What the hell did I do with that? No. Right in front of me. Good way to hide it. I always talking when I'm not looking. $230, that's a good price for a koi dog. I remember that first one when I moved out here that I got. He was a big brute. And ran away with 4 quad coil jumps on him. And it was because he took both sides with him because the drag on one side, 2 traps caught on each other, for one from each side, and took all the drags and everything straight up the hill. Long story. Got him anyway. Fur Harvester said we're not selling those. And I said, well, I'll send him back then because he was a nice big dog. And then all of a sudden I got $153.75 for him when I said send him back. So, but yeah, they don't want him. Chased by Badger, $230, great price. Both. I don't know, Carl. She might be thinking that you'll look like this when you shave. I wouldn't bank on it. I'm sorry. I tried not to laugh. I just couldn't pull it off, buddy. No, I can't do a beard in the summer because I'm in that heat, and that thing are not gonna. That's for cold weather, not for heat. Yes, Mark, we know you're not shaving. You got 40 hair in your chin. Anyway, what are you shaving? I'm just kidding. Little brother, don't get mad. Don't pout. I'm just teasing you. Yeah, pretty much, Bill. They are kind of where I thought they'd be. I've heard some guys uh, call me and tell me what they got for their coyotes, and I know they're full of shit. I know like guys like Camo, and I know what he got said he got. I'm betting that he's right on the numbers. I don't Camo don't lie like me. Don't we're nobody that he has to lie to. That's how I figured. Why lie to anybody? Who are they that you have to lie to them? The way people can't handle the truth nowadays, man, stick to the truth. They're not gonna like either way anyway, so stick to the truth. A 20-inch beard and divorced him? What are you talking about? And the DeWalt drill. Oh man, that'd be awesome. That kid at Kalian ripped his head off with one of those big drills. His hair, he had a long ponytail slopping the stand every time he turned around, and it wound right up and scalped him. If only that was the truth, Bernice, all of these politicians would be walking around with burns all over their junk. Like they deserve. I still can't get over that tractor. Holy crap. Did anybody say anything about that tractor? I totally missed it if you did. That's unreal. He broke it right in half. I don't know what else to. Wow. A third over here, half over there, a sixth of it over there. I guess that's the rest of it, right? Half would be. Huh. Yeah, a sixth of it over there. I know that, Camel. No, there's no future in it, man. No matter how bad or how good it is, somebody's going to be mad at you either way anyway. So you might as well just, you don't have to remember stupid shit either, right? Oh, Brian, I missed that. You know what? That was Trump. I've been following this shit since '08. You guys know that, November '08. And Trump predicted that it's all going to start to go downhill when he gets arrested. He knew he was going to be arrested. It's like 3 or 4 years already since he said, when I get arrested, that's when the people will see what bullshit is out there. And I'm talking about politics again. But just so you know, Chief Sitting Nickel. Huh. Not sure I like that. That sounds pretty racist, even though I'm not native. Try again, Chuck Canuck. How are you? Yeah, there'll probably be a little bit of construction going on around, well, here and my place this year. Just acting like a 6-year-old again with bug out shelters and tunnels and shit. Whatever. You got nothing else to do. It doesn't take a lot of energy laying on your back cutting a circular tunnel. So, There'll be no more triple nickel videos if my guns are taken. I'll be gone. I'll be done if they try and take mine. Because they can't have them. What'd you see, Steven? Sasky, how you doing, little brother? Sure missed your videos this season. I haven't been watching a lot lately. I felt pretty shitty there after my knee, and I overdid it again. Stupid shit. I gotta remember to, I'm not 12 anymore. That's the hardest part, is realizing that you can't anymore do what you used to. I know I said can't, and I don't mean can't. I mean you shouldn't do. I still can, but it's gonna knock me the hell down, and it's been proving it. Better shape, boy. Get some road work in, and I'm thinking of setting a weight room up outside by the fire pit, so some real heated workouts in with some weight. I know I sure lost a lot of weight in my arms. The doctor said he noticed my arms got bigger since the last time. I said, well, they couldn't get any smaller. They were pretty much just bone and old man skin. I didn't like that. It's gone again, so. It's every day, Sasky, every day a little better. And it's not because I'm forgetting that I got really badly, I had a health issue, we'll say. Oops, kicking my tripod trying to get this. There's like a bigger than a guinea pig pile of hair there on the floor, and it's already tightened up from when I picked it up, so. What do you mean what happened to Steven? There's a comment. I don't know what you mean. Hey, Rob. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Hello, New Hampshire. Anybody from Weyburn out there? Or around Weyburn? Yeah, it just happened quickly. It appears that the people were only here to see me shave. They thought I was gonna cut myself or use a big buck knife or that big K-bar I have, 15-inch K-bar. I don't know if I ever showed you guys that. I probably have. I know I was a guest host on Stalker Steve's live one night with no shirt on and showing him this great big knife all hammered. Fun. You never know what to expect with TNT around. Nice guy though, that's one thing. Does some stupid things like that, but nice guy. You almost have to hit him before he'll hit you back, because then he doesn't stop. I missed a hair. Yep. Right in the corner of my mouth. That'll be a sandwich here. Okay, what's going on, Steven? Oh, you don't want to talk about Toronto? I think you said Toronto. I think the politics thing, honestly, we're better off if we leave it and do our own research and then don't talk about it amongst ourselves. TNT Army, we know what's right and wrong. We know which bathroom to use. We know that we're on the side of the people with all the guns. So we know that, so we don't have to talk about it. It's probably better off we don't talk about it. But on that happy note, hey PA, cheers everybody. damn, I like not having that beard. I love it in the wintertime. It keeps my face mask from freezing my face. Yes, I like it better. I like my smooth hockey player face. No, I'm gonna. Damn. That last one didn't go as planned. Oop, oop. How can you watch two things at once? I can't do. Man, I don't understand technology. It's a wonder I can put a video on or do any of this stuff. Actually, it took me a long time to do lives because I couldn't figure out how to do it, and I stumbled into it one day. Well, push enough buttons, right? I don't know. The NHL, I have 8 teams. 7 of them are Canadian, the 7 Canadian teams. Because we haven't won a cup since '93 when we used to win them all. And then Bettman came in and made it so it's pretty impossible for us to win any. And Boston Bruins from Bobby Orr. That was my first hockey team when I was playing hockey. First started playing hockey, so. Of course, I've been a Broad Street bully since 1967, I guess. Winter of 68. No, winter of 67. I still remember the 1-0 game, Bobby Bond scoring in overtime with a broken leg. Last time Toronto won the cup, I think, 67. My dad's team, he loved them. Hated the Habs. If the Russians played the Habs, he'd cheer for the Russians. He just hated the Habs. Well, I believe my grandma, my mom's mom, loved the Habs, so I don't know how much of that was them picking at each other either, but because I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I know, Brian, you think that first one was probably a fluke, but, well, there's the next one, so, you know. Hammer is my cousin. Hammer is my cousin. Camel, it would be pretty cool if one day I could come up there and run your line with you and you could run mine with me one day. You don't have to bring a sled or nothing. I got one, a 700 lined up here for you. I know it's a little bigger than we use on the drop line, but it's the best I could do on short notice. It's just the one Pete's got extra one he's got. I'm thinking of actually running out of Pete's shop next winter because it's right in the middle of my north and south line, and it's a warm-up break right halfway through. I could pack a lunch and have my lunch here, and that way I could bring the truck out every day, and I got a warm-up shack going home, and I don't have to, you know, just makes sense. Pete thinks it's a good idea too, so. Dave the Hammer Schultz? You kidding? Guy's a maniac. 74, 75, the Flyers wouldn't have won without Dave the Hammer. Oh, Soteski helped too, and there's a lot of badasses on that. Bobby Clark swinging his stick. McLeish. Man, there's some good players on that. Barber was he's the one that foobarred Bobby Orr at the end with that stupid clip he threw on him. Always hated Bill Barber for that. Well, I'm glad there was that miracle on the ice so the Americans have one thing to cheer about as far as hockey in their nation goes, other than all the Stanley Cups they win with 20 Canadians on each team. It would be nice to win a Stanley Cup in Canada every 30 years, though, is what I'm saying. If they don't win this year, Edmonton don't win this year, there's no one else with a chance. Toronto don't have a chance. They suck. I mean, Calgary's trying to make the playoffs and they can't beat the worst team in the league last night when all they needed was 2 points to tie Winnipeg. 2 nights ago, I mean. Last night they did tie Winnipeg, but now they're a game behind. And they beat last night. I can't remember who they beat. But they'd be 2 points ahead and the same amount of games on Winnipeg. And the good thing is they're gaining on Seattle, but never mind. I'm going to rant. I'm going to like this, and I'm going to try and read comments. I'm not sure about the Beers camo. I can't guarantee that there won't be. Penguins are having a hard time making the playoffs, buddy. They're going to have a brutal time. Even Buffalo looks like mathematically and with the rest of the schedule, who they all play, I check all that shit out. It looks like Buffalo even has a better chance, and they're like 4 points or 5 points behind Pittsburgh right now. But 2 games in hand, right? And a way better, easier schedule. It's like Edmonton. Their schedule coming out is like Colorado and Vegas, and then 4 teams that like Anaheim and Chicago and teams that are not anywhere close. So Edmonton should figure. Well, Edmonton's like their last 13 or 14 games, they've tied 1, and the rest they've won. So I mean, they're hot right now. They're the team going into the playoffs that I'd watch. I know Boston's been good all year, but they couldn't even keep up with Edmonton's. Yeah, Blackhawks suck, John. This year, anyway. They had some really good years. They actually won the cup the year I was born. I don't remember the game at all. It was 10-7 at night. I don't know. I remember, though, everybody when we were kids wanted that number 9. Number 9, I was no different. I wanted number 9 for Bobby Hull. And they wouldn't give it to me. They gave it to another kid. And the first number they gave me was number 4. And nobody wanted it. I put it on. Next year, everybody wanted number 4, but it was my number because Bobby Orr come out as a rookie that winter. And everybody wanted number 4 the next year. Number 9 was still a very popular number, though. Don't get me wrong. Bobby Hull was a legend when we were little kids. Man, he could skate 30 miles an hour and shoot a puck 100 miles an hour. Nobody else could do that. The one thing about Bobby Hull, though, that really makes me laugh, even watching the old highlights, is he could gunner like 30 miles an hour down the wing. But that big slap shot he had to stop and shoot. He couldn't do it on the fly, but he'd stop and shoot that big slap shot. It's kind of comical. It would never fly in today's game, put it that way. But he sure had a shot. And Dennis All, his brother, had one as good at too. If Dennis could shoot when he was skating, though. Stan Mikita was good too. Pippin and Pappin. Magnuson on the point. Esposito in the pipe. Hey, Mark. How's things in Minnesota? We're pretty relaxed tonight. There's not a lot of guys on, so I can keep up if I just, it's scrolling itself now as long as it, no, it's shut off, but I guess the first message it'll come on again. I'm hoping. I'm going to give it a minute, guys, so unless somebody says something right away and it comes, there it is. Nope, not to me. Oh, I'm sorry. I read Mark. Marv. Sorry, Marv. Those glasses are starting to look like, yeah, I better, or get a phone that's the size of a cooler lid so I can read it. Her niece said you could turn your text up, but you can't turn this up. I tried. Yes, sir, enforcer. There was a lot of tough guys on that team. Like, even Ashby wasn't a pushover, right, on their defense, and the Watson boys, right? I called you Mary last time. Oh, sorry. I get it right one of these times, Marvin. You'll probably drop dead of a heart attack. Holy crap. It's because of my cars. I got 2 cataracts. That's why I like being in the bush. I can hear everything and I can see everything and no distractions. You know what I mean? Snapshot. Slapshot, you mean? Ah. I should have just let you correct yourself. Ooh, my face is getting a little cool. I brought Pete that diesel out on the 1st of April, and it's still sitting exactly where I put it. I put it inside the door so he'd have to stop, walk around it, and then come into the shop. And it's still right there. So when I came in, I had to stop, walk around it too. So maybe that was his plan. Actually, though, I showed up and he didn't know I was having a live. He called me. Are you doing a live tonight? And I mean, yeah. Like I said, Thursday. Go to settings. You mean like in the actual settings on the phone? Like, not on here. Pete said he might come back out later. I don't know. He's making salmon tonight, so. On the phone, you mean? Like the settings in the phone? Bernice. I maybe have a little bit of resentment towards her niece now because she's my mom's favorite child. Yes. Is that all you ever say on here? Whips and chains and yes. Okay, well, I'm going to try it then on my phone after. I don't know how that would tie into YouTube like that, but there's a lot of things I don't know about electronics. That's pretty cool. All these curly hairs down here on my crotch now from shaving. I should have put a blanket or a towel. Thought of everything but that. Oh, he's got one right there. Yeah, she has a daughter. She does. My younger sister. Damn, that hurt even just saying that. Eric Lindros got exactly what he deserved. Coming in acting like a superstar. I'm not playing there. Nobody ever did that shit before. And I'm glad they made him pay for it. Nobody does it now either. I'd guess you're the youngest then. Because I guess my little sister would be 60 in December 2nd coming up this year. Not happening in PA. Well, like I said, some of the ones that were skinned by other people and not Greg, just so you know, pretty subtle way of saying it, but they will be going to auction. And some of the ones from early in the year, they'll be going to auction because they're not worth anything. But the other ones will go in the deep freeze, or I will have them tanned. And I mean, if I get too many coyotes, I'm just going to quit dropping them. Pretty soon they're going to smarten up, right? If they don't want to pay you for something, you quit giving it to them. That's just how it is, you guys. And if you don't figure that out, can't figure that out, well, keep giving them kites for nothing. What can I say? And you can tell me you love to trap all you want, so do I, but I'm not giving them kites. Not happening this spring either, PA. I never had any in November when I was there. Like I say, I want to get some game cameras. By next fall, I want to know how big that beaver is at High Dam. And I want to see what's lurking in that Tom and Kim bush, because there's, I had a comment that, oh, there's no cougars and there's no wolves there and you know it and blah, blah. And then I just erase them. You know what? I didn't show you the tracks and lie about it and make the tracks myself. And I don't appreciate being called a liar, and I won't stand for it. So, just so you know, that's first comment and only comment I've ever erased on there. On here, I've got kicked a lot of people off it. Unfortunately, they've all been accidental. Right, Stephen and Renice? And Scab, if you're there anywhere. Oh. Where'd you go? There it is. Average 68 Canadian on 19 dogs at the last auction. I had 1XL select gut. Well, there's almost 2.5 dogs right there on that select, eh? Selling beavers Monday. How many did you end up with, Mark? I know I saw you catch your first one. I'm not commenting shit because I comment so much. Hey, how you doing, brother Timberline North? I comment everywhere else. It's like my kids. They try to text me, and I told them before I'm not texting. I answer every comment you guys ask me on my videos. So I think that's enough texting. I don't have to anymore. And plus, I'm old, and I can do whatever I want, right? Carl. Yeah, I'm going to, but I got to get them. Like I said, I was waiting. 2 of my subscribers were getting them for me, and they never did. So I'm not relying on anybody anymore. I'm going to go try and find something that I can, cart into my phone kind of thing, because that's how I do all my Viva video expires on the 18th of April too. I don't have a credit card, and I don't know how I'm going to pay for it, so I have to figure something out with them. You know how it is. It's like just a computer there. There's no reasoning with it. Whether I can talk to somebody or not, I'll see. Okay. I know, SW. We got time. They put a 60-day hold on all of those money orders, even the certified checks. So I'll be paying cash for them anyway. So on one way, but trust me, I'll be taking it back. I can't afford to do that. You guys know that. Nice, Mark. Good for you. Right from Virginia to the 60. Man, I remember those first years here when every ditch had beaver in it, and they were washing the roads out all over, and they said, "You drop these beaver." And I said, no, I'm not dropping them in the summertime. Frick, it's 105 degrees out. No, I'm not dropping them. Well, if you don't drop them, we'll get another trappers in here and pay them to do it. I said, I don't want any other trappers on my trap line. And they said, it doesn't matter, or the RM will decide. And I said, okay, fine, I'll trap them then. And I went and took 600 in the first 2 to 2.5 years. Now there's no beaver here. And I mean, when there was beaver, you probably remember I was catching lots of muskrat, lots of raccoons, lots of mink. Hell, I even caught a fisher, right? Now it's like farmland since I moved here. Oops. There we go. Yeah, I know, Harvey. There's not. That's what I said. I'm going to make some money with him if I can. And I started doing the math on it with the gas to go there and back. And okay, the more coyote hides, the less the gas is, right? But so far, I've only got, out of the 27 guys that said they wanted them, 5 people have responded. So, I mean, right there, that gas is more on each of those hides. And I know you know what I'm saying. But that being said, they're still coming. They'll be coming to you. Don't worry about it. Whether I make money or lose money, I promise you those hides for that price, and you'll get them for that price. Yes, Monster Beaver Curl, 101.2 pounds. Yeah, that wears off really quick, Mark, that having a blast beaver trapping. Try trapping a couple hundred of them when it's 100 degrees plus out there. Remember that one morning I had 20 beaver. I don't know how I didn't pop my hay orders back then. I was so played out that day. And the bear hunters, they were buying the beaver for $10 each. So 20 was a couple hundred extra bucks, right? So I'm going to have to take a tea break, guys. But, no, it's almost empty too. Hold on. I'll get it. Cheers. I'm going to drain it. I might as well take advantage of it. Fill it right up. Yeah, it's not going anymore, this thing. It's not advancing. 101.2 pounds, PA. Got pictures of him. I've actually got pictures of him on my videos. I know he's on my 100th video. I don't know if he's on my 200th, but he's on video 100. I know that for sure. And that's in November in 2019. Man, we're over 250 now. I don't know where we are for sure, but okay, guys. Cheers, and I'm going to have to pee. I'm going to have to run. PA, when I first got here, nobody trapped beaver in over 25 years here. You wouldn't believe the monsters I caught out here. He was the biggest, but I caught several in the 80s and 90s. And by several, I mean, well, figure it out, out of 600, there's probably 80s and 90s. I would guess that I probably caught 30 that were in those brackets. I gotta pee. Chat amongst yourselves. Wonder where the hell it's got cold in here. Did we run out of diesel again? There we go. Ooh. All right. It might feel colder now. Because it's getting way colder outside. Holy. -3 when I got here. It's got to be 13 now. Beauty. No Pete. Feeding, I don't know who's all here, whether Brittany's here still or not. Hey Art, glad you can make it, buddy. £102. Yeah, you don't have to. We just do it because we like it. Man, there was a while there when I first started here. I was calling 65s average beavers. There was no kits. There was no room for kits. The big ones are killing the little ones, so they did not share the house with them. There's no room for them to move. Everywhere was taken. Didn't make beaver trapping very hard. I had to get farther and farther from home all the time. Started out really close. That bounty's still on, and I have one tail. Anybody from Weyburn here? I know I asked that, now I'm paying attention, so if you're from Weyburn, let me know. I got all these coyote feet, and I know they got they're paying for 4 coyote feet. I mean, it'd be worth your trip from Weyburn here is less than 2 hours. I mean, it's got to be $1,500 worth of coyote feet here, right? 20 bucks for 75 dogs. I got 76. I can't say for sure where all the front feet are, but they're in bags out by the fire pit somewhere. Not burnt. And all the ones that I put out in the bush, I know where they are in one spot, and you know where they are. They're at the deer hole. It isn't the deer hole, it's a coyote hole. I'm gonna set that area up like a big trap next year. It's tough there because the damn deer there, lots of them, but I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna set it up, and I'm gonna keep my jump sticks at more of an angle, because I noticed if you keep them flat, the deer duck them where they won't when it's at an angle. If you have the right angle and the right crap on the left side of it, or the right, well, whatever side it's highest at. You just want the coyotes to be able to slip through there, and you want a deer to go, there's no way I'm gonna fit my fat ass through that opening. Nobody from Weyburn here. I did not, Carl. I got so pissed off that first day that I never took my rifle out again. Plus, Pete also reminded me that I forgot about my pal, so I got to take my hunter safety all over again for I don't know how many fucking times in my life I've done it. You think they'd grandfather a guy in already and just whatever. Bunch of money grabbing pricks is all. Just about slipped. Okay, I slipped. I'm getting one this year though, Carl. I'm gonna make sure I do. I'm gonna try and get in on the draw too. I don't know when it is. I don't have a computer. I know Pete does, and it's this month sometimes. I'm gonna try and get in on a draw for a moose, because I can drive right up to a moose, and you guys know that anytime I want out here. Well, it's easier in the winter for me because I know when it's really cold, they're in the low spots. So, gotta be safe. Always gotta be safe. Only. Hey, how you doing, Wen? Man, it's been a while. What the heck? I thought you were avoiding me, or maybe you died or something. Oh. I can hardly wait for spring. I can't. I've got bought a little indoor. Oh, what do you call them? It's like a greenhouse thing. So I'm gonna start tomatoes in the house. I went to plant it the other 2 days ago, and all those seeds I bought, I never bought any tomato seeds. So I had to go get tomatoes. So I figured, what the hell? I bought pumpkins and watermelons too. I'll start them in the house. But I sure don't need 72 tomato plants in that. So you only need about, I don't know, half a dozen watermelon, half a dozen pumpkins is an horrendous amount of plants. So I don't know, a dozen tomato plants, or maybe 18 of them's lots. So maybe I'll just plant half the thing. I'll plant some squash and cucumbers in the other ones and give them a head start too. And I've got everything I bought. Oh man, I got 3 years worth of seeds put away, and I'm gonna try and start harvesting my own seeds, see if I can get them to grow. I'm thinking that GMO shit, it can breed out of them, but maybe it can't. I don't know. We'll see. I'll try growing some from my, I'll save like corn cobs and hang them downstairs and take the seeds later, and I can germinate them in the house in the wintertime and check. I don't have to do it. I'm right up Carl's alley right now. Yeah, it's the same thing here, PA. They want it up here too, but I got grandfathered in because I've been doing it for 50 years, right? This was the end of my 50th year. Started out with weasels and squirrels and rabbits. And weasels, we were getting 4 and 6 cents for them and paying 2 cents royalty. But we were catching some awful tiny dwarfs. Tiny dwarf weasels, like tiny. I can't even begin to tell you how small they were. Good thing I had good eyes to skin them, put it that way. I am going to have my gardening videos and maybe the odd drunken night out by the fire pit, because it is beautiful back in my park-like yard there in the fire pit area. I don't know how much wood I got. I'm going to fire up the chainsaws as soon as the snow starts buggering off, and that tree on the corner that broke a couple years ago, she's getting all hammered down, going in the burn pit, because we're going to burn that thing senseless until there's nothing left to burn. It's just metal glowing in the bottom. Metal and glass. No doubt, Chuck. That's so true. You know what? Most people don't even check anything out when they vote. They just vote for, well, my dad always voted for, or, damn it. Wow. You're just trying to start me off on that again. I will not bite. Okay, Renice. Homestead Heart. Moho's like that too. Mo homesteading. Look at me. This year I'm gonna come out to Pete's and learn how to pickle. Because you know what? When I go to the store now, and a jar of pickles is like 8.95 for a jar of pickles. I go like, hmm, that's not happening. And I do like them, so my mom gave me a jar when she was here in last May, and I still haven't been able to open it. It's Dills, but I mean, Ma used to know how to pickle, that's for sure. Maybe I can get that garden in before her and John get out this year so they don't help me plant the garden like they want to. And she can teach me how to pickle. I'll get some stuff and just learn with a few jars. I like when Ma comes out, she makes me all those childhood dishes that nobody else knows how to make. Last time it was cream chicken and dumplings again. Pete and his boys had their fill. I had my fill. They had their, Mom and John had their fill. And I still had two more real big pig outs after everybody was gone. So I enjoyed that. She said, whatever you want this time. And I'm a toss up for crepes or her sweet and sour pork ribs and Chinese food that she made. But if I really, really had to pick one, it would be the chicken and dumplings again. I love that shit. That's so good. You get Mom's recipe. You're her favorite. The hell. Just because you don't have a beard doesn't mean I lost the attitude. Hey, ain't that true, Camel? You know what? The saddest part is if you check what a fur coat cost in 1978, when I was getting Premier Dollar, never mind your daughter. I was getting Premier Daughters too back in 78, but glory days. I'm going to forget what I was talking about. Anyway, the furs are Premier Dollar. Hey, got it right that time. And the price of fur coats then, check your fur price now and the price of fur coats. You'll see that the fur coats did not skip a beat. They've been going up the whole time. And they are absolutely effing the guys around that do all the work. And it's got to stop. And if you guys don't listen and keep selling your furs when they want to give you nothing for them, well, whatever. What you got to do is find somebody. Like this year, all I'm doing is offering to subscribers. I'm going to make some money on my furs. I'll let you guys know exactly, because all the furs are going to be basically the same, except John Howe sent an extra 50 because, well, he loves me and he supports the show. So, but I will tell you exactly what I made on each coyote. And I expect that it should be over 60 for sure. But I don't know. I really don't know. The way the mail's going, they might send the bloody things back to me 3 times and I have to send them 3 times. And that shit'll knock the price down really quick. Might be better going off with overnight courier. It's not like there's 100 of them. There's 5 of them so far. SW's sending one, Max sending one, Carl's is coming. I know you will, Judith. And you have the next one, I guarantee you. They're so beautiful, you know. They're like the pure ones, like that female Lonnie's getting. Not one black hair in her, unless you count her whisker or an eyelash. Because beautiful dogs, but they look so white, and she's got the patches like a coyote does, but they're all such a light brown you can barely see them. And when I get my furs back from there, don't worry, we're gonna bust those open and you're gonna see, because there's some very impressive animals in that one that's out west. I'm gonna try going east because you know what? I hate saying it, but I've tanned furs in Saskatchewan for a lot of years, and I've been nothing but disappointed. Not by the quality, sometimes by the quality, but mostly it's just how bloody long they take. And if you got my furs and you're in Saskatchewan and you don't like that, you know what? Fucking hustle up then. And I won't say that shit. Because I don't lie. I don't know how to lie, so I'm going to tell them straight out. You're dogging the fuck. Other way around. Fucking the dog. Whoa! As everybody leaves. Sorry, I didn't know that half my audience was tanners. Wouldn't matter. I had to say it, so I'm going to say it. You know that. No, the mail system's horrid. Absolutely horrid. I got my letter from Cynthia and Mark. It was, oops, I'm back, I guess. It's just that I'm reconnected. I got a couple orders into going into tan too. One was 32 pounds. Thank you, brother Chris. Where was they going? Oh, they mailed me their letter on the 20th of February, and I received it at my place on the 23rd of March. So do you not think 3 weeks is a long time? I've sent things to before to people, and they thinking on the t-shirts and stuff that I'm screwing them because it's over a month. I say, just wait. And they get it. You know what? I'm not about to screw anybody. That's the last thing I need is somebody on every video saying, you ripped me off. I don't rip anybody off. Because I don't have to do it in the first place. So if I say I'm going to do it, why would I rip you off? And the nice thing is, it's not just a whole whack of furs I grab a handful out of. I'm picking the best furs for you guys, so you're welcome. And I know guys have paid another thing. Some guys have my furs on the wall that in 2000 or 2020 or 2019 or 18, they paid $300 or $350 for them. But that's what they were going for, or more even. You know what, I'm not trying to rip anybody off. I was giving deals even then, even though it doesn't sound like it, but price of gas now, I don't know. I sold 49 rams in the last couple of weeks, so I'm not sure how I feel about that. That'll put me under 500 drops for sure. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'll have to think about that for a bit. I still got 25, the deal's not done. Oopsie. Oh, there you go. Okay, that's all between you guys. Nah, I should tan hides too, but you know what? The acreage and everything, I got more than enough to do, and I looked at my shop. It's pretty much useless to me the way it is. So this summer, I'm going to make that thing so I can use it all bloody year and get in and out whenever I want. Damn, that side by side more than pushes enough snow. It pushes more than its weight in snow very easily. Very easily. I'd be surprised if it wasn't a lot more. That's the worst thing about these lives. They come and get on here, and I know there's stuff I want to tell you guys that I'm forgetting, or still nobody from Weyburn, eh? Well, fuck Weyburn then. No, Weyburn, love you. Alum powder, you be careful with that shit. That's where Alzheimer's comes from. Look at the size of that hand. It's as big as my head, for crying out loud. This one, same thing. That's why when I ball it up in a fist, it's lethal. Oh, Camel, you know me. I didn't even set a tent to mine. I had like 18 out. That's not true. I had like 30 out at sometimes, but only like 16 of them were operational at times. And some, like the last check there when I caught those, oh, I can't even remember. It was a late check and I caught 5, and I only had 8 rams set that day. But I took advantage of it and got a show out of it anyway, so I try to film stuff, but I mean, I'm getting tired of the deer on the roads and filming that. Because the snow, you look in the country, there's no bare spots or nothing. It's snow. I mean, we're still in winter. Sunday, I'm going to fire the sled up and start humping dogs out to the pit. And they'll all have their legs on them. So if anybody from Weyburn ever shows up and wants some dog feet, because they're $1,500, so I'm just sitting at my pit. There'll be a certain charge crossing my land to get them, of course, but it will be more than reasonable. Because they're no good to me. What the hell? I'm just going to burn them. Couple $100 would get Pete and me glowing a little bit one day. The orange bottle, Mark. Ah, orange bottle. You're talking tanning. Yep. Must have pissed you guys off and not answering, just rambling on, and you guys are just talking to each other on there, ignoring me. Just go ahead, guys. It's all right. Look at all the respect the guy loses just shaving a beard. I'm purposely missing the garbage in case you wondered. Yeah, that's awesome. I probably made a hell of a mess, but until I get a mirror and whatever, it's gonna look like that. Feels way better. Actually getting a bit cool until that furnace kicked in again. It don't need to be 20 in here, but I mean, I need one of those little diesel furnaces in my shop. My shop's bigger than this, just slightly bigger than this. No, wait a minute. This is 28 by 26. Mine's 40 by 24, so quite a bit bigger. Yeah, if I had one of those in there, it would keep that old shop toasty. It could get rid of my diesel cannons. Actually, I'd already sold one diesel cannon to Tom and Kim out there. Steven, are you still out there? I sure hope Scott Karcher's doing okay. He was in for that heart attack again, and he's part of the Army, guys, so say a prayer for Scott. He's got a family and everything, and he's damn, he's like 50 years old, 51 years old. He's just a young guy compared to me. Keep me in your thoughts and prayers, guys, is all I ask you. I'm not positive because I've met so many people on here, but I think Scott is Sawyer Cross's dad, so he's family, right? So if you got an extra minute to wish Scott well, I encourage you to take it. I would do the same for all of you, so we're all part of the same group, so. I sure hope he's all right. He was in the hospital, so. So is there anybody listening right now that doesn't have any snow, not on the north side of the building or anything? I bet there is. I bet lots of people don't have any snow. Not you, Camo. I know you got lots of snow. Yes, he is, Camel. For sure he is. '91. Yeah, I don't suppose you would in Kansas, would you? No snow. Yeah, I forgot, Judith. Sorry, I forgot. You guys are gonna like my next video then when I show you the pictures of what it's like out here right now. I think I say something really clever like, wow, it's nice to see the snow disappearing, and I show you a bald-ass prairie that's covered in 18 feet of snow. Good times, good times. Oh, chatty now, I must have said something. South Carolina. I guess there's no snow there. Bear Hunter. Yeah, we had it a couple days ago, Bear Hunter. I'm driving and filming and the roads are white out and good times. Okay, so I'm not the only one that's still stuck in the snow. I know it lasts longer here than anywhere, but really? I seen two Canadas the other day coming back from town, Camo, and it was in that snowstorm, and they were hunkered together in some, about, I don't know, 8 cattails on the edge of some guy harrowed it in the fall, and thinking that they had made a horrible mistake. I was trying to read their minds, and that's all I could come up with. Holy, did we fuck up. Should have stayed at that bed and breakfast down south a couple more days. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, get to bed, young fella. You got to get your sleep. Oh, yeah. Same thing here, Bear Under. All crotch deep. I can't even get out to my burn pit. I'm going to have to take the skidoo. When it's, I finally get to clean the back of my truck out, all the dead shit, though, on Sunday. Should be warm enough I can pull it all out. I got a shovel handy. Thanks, Sean. So yeah, that's all going in the pit. I already asked Pete if he would. Last year he helped me. I drive my skidoo in the shop, lift the ass end up on the boards there in the corner, and then pick the front end up and walk it in. And last year I couldn't do it, and Pete helped me out. And I said, if I can't do it again this year, will you come? And he said, you got it. You got it. Man, you're way stronger than you were last year. You couldn't even stand up last year, he said, hardly. So apparently I got it. I hope I got it. I don't want to have to curdle my milk. Whatever that means. Yeah, I still have beer somewhere. What the hell? They're disappearing fastlier than I thought. Cheers to all you guys. Anybody drinking with me? Chad Sapp said he was going to be here, but he lied to me, I guess. Chad, you disappoint me in your mom. Back to your mom. He's probably not here, so I can bring him up. Good night, Mark. But here's cheers to Mark. I think that first drink is too big. That's why there's nothing left on the second drink. Here we go, why they're disappearing so fast. There we go. How many doors do you still have the Fisher? Fuck, you only caught like 50 of them, for crying out loud. 23, I think, right, Camel? Unless I missed an episode where you caught an extra one, but I'm thinking 23. You always get a like from me, everybody, but you don't always get a comment because I'm just tired of typing. I type a lot. I'll start doing it though now that we're on the off season and I'm not typing. What? 70 in 3 days, lows in the high. Okay. Oh, tornadoes. There was tornadoes on there. Huh. I'm from Tornado Alley, Saskatchewan, so yeah, I know all about them things. We had to rebuild the farm several times because of tornadoes. Lost 800 fowl and 2 chicken coops one time and never found a feather, let alone a chicken coop. You know what? I wasn't feeling like this, but maybe it was a little bit of therapy tonight, guys. So thank you for being there for me tonight. Appreciate that. It's been pretty alone time a lot of the time for me. And Pete's busy, and that's my buddy. So, and being as I look like a serial killer, I don't make new friends real easy. So, I'm not a serial killer, by the way. Coyote, I guess. I'm a serial coyote killer. We doing all right, Rennies. We'll be all right. We don't know how to quit. Thanks for coming to the live, Carl. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, it's as much for you guys as it is for me. The next video, though, I'm going to warn you right away, it's just going to be frivolous shit. There's not going to be anything. I shouldn't say there won't be anything caught in a ram because there's 2 rams on that Tom and Kim bush that I've been thinking about a lot. The one hanging one and the one that caught the 3 coyotes right away at the beginning of the year. That's a danger one for a leg hold as the snow's disappearing. But there's so much snow there, I can't get in. And what he pushed up there with the tractor, it's just, that hampers me even more from getting into that once. Okay, you guys just talking to each other on there. I don't even have to read that stuff. I'll just keep talking then. Perfect. Whew. I'm wondering if you will, how many females you take this year, buddy? I think they're probably trying to escape from somewhere further north, though, and they're running into you now. You'll probably get more lynx now, too. Which means if they're running through you, they'll be running through here, and whatever. They're already coming here. What can I say? That Wolverine that I seen those years ago deer hunting and on my trap line eating my fur. They say he still lives at the lake, so I guess they must be feeding him more because he's not coming my way anymore. The farmer up on Valhalla Road, he says he sees them once in a while, but that's 10 miles north of me, so I know that's 10 miles is nothing for a Wolverine, but when he's extended his territory that far already, 10 miles is quite a bit more, so. Because he's probably, that lake, he's running 500 miles around there, and that's 35 from me, so that's, yeah, so. Sure would like to catch him while he's screwed up. And no amount of money would get him out of my house either, just like 205, nobody's getting him. And that's how you end the season, 205. Another funny thing, digging through those coyotes and people wanting skulls, and I had badger claws and skulls in my deep freeze, and I digging through there, and I don't know if you remember when I went fishing on March, the end of March in 2020, and caught that one jack and had that one great big jack. Well, that first jack, he was in my deep freeze still. That's like over 3 years he's been in there. It's kind of funny the way he curled around the coyote bags in the bottom. That's pretty cool. Hiding, even though he's dead, he's hiding. Although, I don't know, maybe he's not dead. I'll thaw him out and he'll want to swim away. Flop around the sink a bit. All right, I'll read some comments. I know you're not talking to me anymore. 30 next year. Wow, cool. I had two, like I said, off that one where I turned into the bush where I was catching all those dogs, that 8 dogs in that one snare that was only out for, what was it, 10 checks? And I caught 8 dogs in it. Where I first turned in there was scat on each side of the trail. Not the same time, but 2 different times. So I'm thinking that that's right down from where the scat was the year before, where I set the lynx cubby. So I'm thinking there's a line there. I'm gonna have to find some trees and make a decent cubby. And my buddy, I'm not gonna say his name because he sent me a bunch of lynx snares. They're free hangers, so I can't use them. But hey, Jeff. Damn, Matt here too. What do you mean left-handed cigarette? You mean like that one? Nice, eh, Brian? I know. I'm a master at rolling. I can't seem to smoke them because I never shut up long enough. At home, they disappear so quick because they don't talk to. Pretty quiet there. What do you think of the beer, Jeff? It hit the floor at the beginning of the live. We're only like, man, we're even a half hour in, probably a half hour, 20, 25 minutes anyway. Sorry, I don't always say cheers when I do that, but you're all adults. If you want to drink, have one, and you can type cheers on there. But cheers, everyone. You know what? This is still my the rest of the 2-4 that when I got Pete and I that 2-4 from the last one. You see how they go down. I don't think they're good for me to drink them right now until I get stronger. All there is a pork chop in every bottle, but I don't want a gut either. So far, so good. The doctor was so happy with me. Like I said, I was half amazing, half a man, half amazing. Ken Howard, how are you, my friend? My brother, my friend. My my chef, if the world ends, I'll come and get you and you can live in the tunnels and shit that I've been building. You cook. I saw that beaver and rice that you cooked. Man, that looked good. Man, that looked good. How was it? Did it taste good? Well, what do I think you're going to say? You're the cook. You're the chef. Something like that would be good teriyaki, I would think. Ooh. Oh, I was gonna tell you, and then I thought, you know what? It's so funny. I'm gonna tell you because Pete was out here earlier, and we were chatting with the stove and before it was starting and everything. He says, you know, my automatic lens. I checked it, and it has a battery in it because he told me it was wrecked. He had to get a new one, so he bought a whole new hood. I said, well, yeah, of course it has a battery in it. No, it's an automatic. I didn't know it had a battery in it. I said, what do you think? There's a bunch of little fairies in it that make it they go dark when you strike an arc and shut it off when he goes, no, but I didn't think it had a battery. Oh, what did you think was going on here, Pete? You rich organic grain farmer. Green farmer. I found that hilarious. I don't know. Pete didn't like it at all. I'll bet it was yummy, man. It looked yummy. I know that some people around the restaurant here, it was so handy. I'd come in trapping, and instead of going home right away after I got off the trap line, I'd go for breakfast, and they'd have such good breakfast, such big breakfast. And the guy found out I was a trapper. Him and his wife ran the place. It was right in town, right across from the co-op, across the highway. And they were so good and so much food for so cheap. And I told him I tried beaver, and he said, I would love to try beaver. And I said, if I get one that's still alive when I get there right now, I'll hammer them up and have them to you in 30 minutes. I'll have them butchered and skinned and everything. And he said, if you can do that, yeah, I'll try it. And I took the heart and the liver to him too. And didn't cut it up or nothing. That was up to him. He had a freezer, so it was just get him in the freezer as quick as you can, sort of thing. So when I killed him, I pretty well skinned him right there, got him home, clean water, washed him, washed everything, took it straight to him. It's probably like 30 to 40 minutes. And he said the liver was the best liver he's ever had in his life. And the hindquarters, he said, were really good. They made uh, like a cream kind of thing and mushroom soup kind of cream thing and put it on shingles, and it was awesome. They said it was great. I would eat one of those before I'd eat a damn kite. There's no doubt about that. So many other things out there to eat besides a kite. You know what? If you saw the videos I've been taking of these deer, I mean, people are taking videos of deer standing by granaries, and there's like 150 of them standing in around the granary. There's so many here right now. Well, the fish are eating good then, Judith, because he said it's some of the best meat liver he's ever had anywhere. And it was a young beaver that I caught. It was probably only 40 pounds, so a couple years old, 3 years old at the most. And nice, fresh looking liver. It was almost purple, nice, very healthy. I'm going to start ripping their livers out and eating them with a fine Chianti and a fava. Yeah, that's a true story. There was hardly any of them out here, and they're going to start figuring it out that they should start listening to me, not killing all the beaver, not killing all the coyotes. Let me keep them thin so that they're, they're still eating the roadkill and the rodents at least. And they're going to eat a couple fawn in the year. You know what? That's life. It happens, right? I don't like to see it, and if I do see it, I'll make sure it doesn't happen, or I'll deter them from doing it. But it's life. Night, Renice. I'm not far from there either. Well, it's not beauty sleep. I'm way past that shit. What the hell? Surgeries, John? What are you talking about? Ooh. That was a good one. Ooh. Nothing. Sean gonna leave me hanging on that one. Ooh, I'll be fine then, Brian. Really high, but fine. Whoa, that was a good one. Okay. Okay, I missed something there. Sorry, John. I thought you were talking that you had surgery or some damn thing. I'm still from the era when all the brothers got together and there'd be 22 Lazars there. And we'd go to where the first some of in the world ever shot have been, and it's 7 miles from our door. And we'd have 22 tags, and there was a lot of doubles, and we'd get like 30 some deer in a day. And it was like a group thing. We all skinned them. Everybody, when they shot their deer, opened the Mickey schnapps or cherry whiskey or brandy or something that, didn't hammer you up, but it sure made you stupid. And seen a lot of deer taken down. I remember a shop being where you couldn't walk in it, and there was a big shop on the farm. It was just full of deer. I remember one year Dad shot 32 of them. That's the kind of shot Dad was. Dad would, and I used to say, I don't know how the hell you shoot like that with your damn eyes closed. But yeah, the old man was a hell of a shot. I'm a pretty good shot myself. But I gotta say, the old man, he surprised the shit out of me. More than once. Sure miss him. That's my first go-to, John, is the heart and liver. My first meals. Yeah, I went in and asked for a pound of tongue and no lip once, but yeah, I'm not much for eating the shit inside their mouth. There's so much other good meat, man. And you've been on my seen my videos, there's no shortage of meat out here. If I'm ever going hungry out here, all I got to do is lift a snare about 6 inches and I'll catch deer. So well, I shouldn't even said that, even joking around. Holy, I don't know what I'm thinking about sometimes. I just stopped to think about what I was thinking about, and yeah, I don't know. Hannibal Lecter. Clarice. Yep, if you guys ever get a chance and you haven't tried Punk Betty, you gotta. It's a little stronger than most of the stuff they sell, but it's still only 124 an ounce. And it's worth every penny compared to the shit they sell, like the pre-rolls. Lava beans. Ooh. I guess I gotta get a video on before the 18th, but it's only the 6th, so. I plan on going to Damn Beaver on the 15th and doing my income tax in Yorkton, minimum, if I don't go to Damn Beaver. And maybe one video from that too. Damn Beaver's always a good video. You guys like to see the store, and what I'm going to do this time is go really slow and walk around it, and I don't give a heck who I'm holding up in there. And Ian knows me. He knows that I don't give a shit. Trying to get by you. Yeah, and I'm filming, so fuck you. It sucks being you. Not like you can't walk around the aisle. I wonder if I should turn that rear end of that tractor around 180 degrees so Pete can't figure out that it's pointing the wrong way. Yeah, just by the hydraulics, he'll figure it out. Speak Texas. Oh, right in that, it's diesel, it won't fire up. Yeah, Damn Beaver's a really good story. You know what? And I've showed that whole block. He owns that whole block, and all those Quonsets and all those buildings are his, and they're all full of traps, and he sends them all over the world. And I mean, he's a great guy. Like I go to the conference, and him and his wife Courier come and they sit with me and they chat, and they're great people, like great people. I don't know if he just didn't want anyone else sitting when he probably figured that if he sat with me that it would be just the three of us, but no, there's other people there that I know that come and sit with us too. Great people. I really missed going to the convention this year, but I just felt like shit. My knee was bothering me and I was having a flu episode. I think it was monkeypox because I was swinging around in trees out there for a while, so it was probably monkey something. Mac, you know what? I can't believe you typed that much when you're driving like that. Fixing to go to bed. You're not driving. Oh, right on. Mac, whatever. Don't worry about it. I'll pay for your end, and just whenever you can get it here. I'm gonna send out extra ones anyway. I got 5 so far, and I'm gonna send 10. And if one more comes, I'm going to send a dozen. That's probably the most I'm going to do because they already got 6 more coming back from another place. And two of those ones are gone too. One to Stephen Bourgeot and one to Lonnie Kilmurray. Stephen Bourgeot gets the first one from Sawyer Cross in 2019, 2020. Well, that was a pretty dog. That was one of the most pretty dogs I've seen. Wasn't really huge. He was probably only 45 pounds or so, but am I boring any of you guys? No, nobody's here. Yeah, well, maybe I shouldn't be here either. Turn on some music. What the hell, guys? Somebody say something to me. I said that and like a whole bunch of guys left. Probably mad because I've been missing all my, the chats. That'll work. Get mad. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do you mean, a good movie? Watch some triple nickel shit. I told you I'm only down 14,000 and I... Time for a few marathons. They don't count mine. You know what? I've watched them over and over so many times to see what I could do differently or make better. And mine don't count. Not a one of them. Otherwise, I'm sure I've watched 14,000. Well, maybe not. Well, I bet you I've watched at least one of those thousands, though, on over 250, 4 times each. Yeah, probably 4 times each would be pretty reasonable. Hell, I still like to go back and look at the first one I ever recorded before because I had no idea how this shit worked. And I thought that I had to pause it and film before the pause came off. So there was no editing. It was just pause and then next one, take the pause, play again and record and then pause it and then in the truck again. And oh, it was a nightmare. I tried so many times before I finally got that first one. Caught some muskrat anyway that day. Those muskrat setups that I used to use are dynamite though. If you had 100 of those out, you'd catch 150 muskrat a day on those 100. You got to check them twice a day though, right? You get some green belly if you don't on some of them warmer days. Well, I don't know what to say. I think guys are starting to stream out here, Ken. What do you think? Had a text tonight about having another beaver in one of my traps. Should be a good check in the morning. Good luck, buddy. Oh, Abby, I had no idea you were having a hard time. There's nothing I can do about the connection, and if it was some person, I'd bust them up, but I mean, I can't do anything about the connection. I'm sorry, girl. Take care of them goats, and keep moving forward. You know we love you here. You're one of our favorites. And if I use soap, I'd be using that goat soap, except it doesn't lather up here on my hard water. Everybody else that I gave them to, though, loved them. Kim and Gail thought they were great. My daughter's in Regina though. I guess they lather up like crazy there, and I couldn't get them to get even a fart bubble on them on almost to where I am. What do you say, guys? Should we call it a night? I almost got to pee again, so touch base anyway. Thanks, buddy. You have a good night too, Tony. That was nice instead of just running away like lots of people do. And there's another gentleman. Thank you, buddy. Good night, little brother. You have a good night, friends. I'll hang out a little bit and send you all out. Brought you all in, I'll send you all out. I'm glad we did that. I didn't really feel like doing it tonight. And good night, you and Dan. Never sure which one of you I'm talking to. I feel so awkward, but you know. Heavy just texts me. I don't know what it says, but I think she's apologizing, and there's no need for that. No apologies needed between family, right? Good night, Carl. Thanks for coming, buddy. Hope your mail shows up, but don't worry if it doesn't. I got your first. Fox shirt turned out nice, in case you're wondering. I'll make sure I'll show it to you on the next video. I'll walk through the fur room and show you what I got. Oh, hey, don't drink and drive. How the hell am I gonna get home? Pete's gonna be pissed off. He's got to drive me home. Frammy shows up right at the last moment and kills my party. What the hell, DeFrammy? I don't know if you're even saying that right. That's how I've always said it, though. It's always great that you guys drop out. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I know I'm tough to get along with and everything. That's what everybody says. Yeah, don't worry about it, buddy. I'll give you a peek in the fur room. I'll show you your fox and everything. I know I've had bait and ammos down there since. Holy crap! He was the little fox last year I caught that had the fur cap on him, or pardon me, the snow cap on his head. At a hidden house, and beautiful little red, and he's hanging there with yours, and in between them is my mom and John have wanted to, so John could make a hat, and now John wants a coyote too, but my mom doesn't want him to have a coyote. So I talked to John last night, and mom was sleeping, and I said, you know what? Don't let her push you around, John, or it'll affect you for your whole life. Oh, shit. I am sure hoping Ma's not watching right now. But that's what happened. And John just laughed. He thought it was pretty funny. So that's kind of what I was going for, was for a laugh. But I don't think Ma would think that was funny. She'd give me one of those uppercuts from her 5-foot stature straight up to 6'1" and knock me right the hell out. Stupid left hand. She was good with that. Well, bottom line, guys, I'm liking the smoother face. I'm digging that. I think I can eat something without spitting out a hairball later now. Man, it's early here. Like, what, 8:30? Would that be right? No. Yeah, 8:30-ish. Wait. 8:37 actually. Actual time. Okay, well, people were leaving and now more are coming back, so we're obviously not going anywhere. You guys don't want to go anywhere, I'm not going anywhere, okay? It's all about you guys now. Never mind me. You know what I gotta do tomorrow? Well, I mean, other than flush a deep freeze full of coyotes, nothing. I don't have to do nothing. I don't know how to do the coyotes if I don't want. In fact, I'm booking everything for Sunday when I actually clean up the dead bodies around my house. You know those minus 40, minus 50 nights when you can, all you do is open the door and throw it as far as you can without hitting your truck? Yeah, those bodies got to be picked up. Don't hate me for it. If you've never had to do it, don't hate me for it. I've had worse. Yeah, my retirement wasn't quite lucky, Carl, as it was more a necessity. I'd still be boilermaking if I thought I could crawl around in that shit and climb like I used to. But the bad thing is when you're climbing and you're 3/4 of the way up and you got nothing left, yeah, you're kind of screwed, right? Now, if I'm 3/4 of the way through the crown and I got nothing left, I go sit on the skidoo, right? And I relax and you know, if my hands are cold, it's running and I got the hand warmers on, right? It's the only time my right thumb ever gets any heat is when I'm not moving and I'm just holding on to those. I bet you Carl can hardly wait to get his weasel, his fox, and his coyote. And just so you all know, with Mom and John, I'm mailing them a coyote too. I'm throwing a coyote in. Don't tell them, Kay, because I know they're probably not here anymore. But yeah, Mom, I will not have a coyote in my house. Is that right? Well, I'm going to put one in there. That's funny. My bones are, my knees are gone, and damn it, my back is close behind them. Sucks when you're your age though, buddy. I'm still a young guy, right? I shaved the beard off, so now I'm only 50. That's funny. Now you're mocking me, Carl. Oh, well, that's fair. I was mocking you. Now we're down to 18 guys again. 71 people like me out of all those people. No, I'm gonna have to work on my my likability. Ah, fuck it. You know what? I never even seen it, Brian. I come here, it was daylight. It's darker than shit out there now. Last piss I had was still daylight. Okay, you guys hang on. I'm going for piss and then we'll have another cheers when I get back. Because then I'll be empty. Or if you gotta go, just go. I'll get over it. Ah, it's nice outside. Look at the trees, and there's a little bit of gold, and then brown, and then gray, and then the sky, and then really dark. It's really pretty out there right now. It's like, what I say, like 9:30, 8:45. I mean, and it's still, it's not light, but there's still that hint of light on the tree line. It's pretty cool. A lot different than when it was dark at 4:20 in the daytime. Like, that shit, holy. What do? You either live with it or you fool yourself on one end or the other, right? That's what they do with those stupid daylight savings. They're just fooling themselves on one end or the other. We live the real time. It's always the same time in Saskatchewan. Carl's so excited, and he just can't hide it. He's about to lose his mind, and I think he likes it. Ooh, yeah. It's a little song and dance for y'all. Wow. Wow, a lot of people left when I did that. That's cool. I have no talent anymore. Well, then 4 more people just heard that I was singing, and they're on now. So yeah, we're actually over top of that. Maybe they just left to tell those 4 people, get on here, he's singing. I doubt it. So anybody got any questions or want to start me off on a long ranting story that I have no way of ending or remembering where I'm going? Or yeah, ask anything you like. But cheers. Okay. Now that all the real critics are gone and it's just us 20 left, I think it's only fair to tell you that I surpassed what I wanted to accomplish this year by 50%, plus 50+%. So I'm thinking that if I'm even underestimating myself by 50%, and the doctors think I'm amazing or whatever, I'm thinking maybe I can get back to half-assed normal and maybe catch 100.5 next year. Not if I keep selling all my rams. I better stop that shit, because the next thing you know, I'm buying more rams. But I do find it interesting, because nobody's ever even mentioned it, that last year I had 22 rams snap, break, whatever, explode. No contact whatsoever. I even showed lots of them where there was not a footprint around them. This year, not one. It's blue. Thanks, Carl. I appreciate that. 175 next season. 175 next season. Damn it. Aww. Oh, shit. I don't know what that means, Judith or Dan or both of you. I'm hoping it's both of you. I'm hoping that neither one of you trusts the other one with their own phone, so you both share one. No, you can't use the phone if I'm not there. No, I'm just kidding. 107. Oh, dogs. Gotcha. That's a lot of skinning. Maybe if Greg helps me, and I was really impressed with Greg's skinning, I gotta say. You know what? I can skin a beaver as quick as anybody because I don't worry about nothing when I'm skinning them. I rip it off because it all comes off really easy on that fat over your knee. So, biggest thing is don't cut the hide. Anything you're skinning. Biggest thing. Holy crap, look at the size of that hand. Look at that. Don't cut the hide. That's a pretty important thing. Whoops. Camel. Thanks, Camel. You know what? You had a good year. I stumbled through. I maybe didn't follow all the rules exactly and maybe missed a day on a 72-hour track here and there. But you know what? Everything's dead when I got there anyway, so who cares? I do not use any traps that are not kill traps. Yeah, don't worry if this snow melts really slow, PA. There'll be beaver. We'll find beaver. The bad part is we got all these Tannerite guys that go out there and they blow the dams, right? And they don't even care in the fall when if they go out and blow them. If I'm trapping, they don't care if they blow my traps up or nothing, and that's why I don't really trap them. You want to keep blowing them up? Okay, I'm not trapping them because then they'll just fill your culverts and fill your shit up again with all the stuff you blew up. So either start listening or deal with them yourselves. I'll bet, Camel. I never had that happen. I had one go off and hit me in the thumb this year, my left thumb. Second time, the only time 2 rounds went off, both times left thumb. It's still clicking, but flushing's easy. You know what? The first year when I got out here, I didn't have a flushing knife. I used one of those X-Acto snap-off blades. The ones that are like this long and you snap them off, the 16s and 18s. And I never had any curved lines like you normally have. Every line was straight on the beaver, but I flushed them good and never ripped the hide or nothing. If you have that hide exactly the right, like at a beautiful working, not frozen, not, going green or thawed, it's got to be at the right, that fat comes right off there like nothing, man. I watched, I'm not going to remember her name, Scott, and, I can't think of her name. I accidentally pocket dialed her one day from the bush, and I can't think of who she is now. But I watched her flush a beaver on a cylinder flushing beam, and yeah, you can see now it was all skin. She did that right down to nothing. I don't know who skinned it. I don't know how ugly the skinning job was or how nice it was. I just know the end result. And with I think she used a Weeb 10. It might have been an 8. I'm not sure. No, it wouldn't have been 8. It would have to have been a 10 or a 12 like mine. So there you go. I'm talking too much, not reading enough. The first thing I do is I cut their legs all off right away and the tail. Because the tails are $35 to me in whether I skin that beaver or not. I get 35 a tail. Even now with no beaver here. I got one from old Jim Luthi out here. He brought me a beaver pelter, and I paid $45 for it. And I didn't like it at first, but once I learned how to sharpen it, man, that is the shit. Everybody has their preferences, right, Judith and Dan? Which one are you so I can call you one or the other when you're here? I've heard posts are good. Post night. I don't know who's who. It's probably Dan, I think. Yeah, hey. Am I good or what, Dan? Did you just hear that? I said it's probably Dan. Yeah, he out to hear it. He's right there too. Where's that beer that I had? Oh yeah, in a bag on the floor. Oh shit, I got one beer left? Are you kidding me? Wow. I must be drunk. I'm not feeling it. Yeah, let's roll on up. What the heck? Got a smoke going. But I am coordinated, there's no doubt about it. How do you know that? How do you know that, PA? She could be up at 11 watching trapping videos. They're in Australia for one thing, aren't they? No, wait a minute. That's not right. That's Amanda. Oh, I'm so confused. Never used a Sharp. Oh yeah, I'd imagine it would be. Sharp and flushing, and to me, do not go hand in hand. I know that weave of mine, I use it on a raccoon, and I was so careful. And I still put a little hole in it, and I don't mind putting one hole in it because it's a marker where I know I'm getting my raccoon back, right? And it was on the belly, and he's not gonna hang. It's gonna hang against the wall anyway. And he's so big, he's probably gonna be the whole wall. What the hell? Come on. All that snow out there, and a fly just frickin' hits me in the head. It's warming up in Pete's shop, though, that's why. Man, he's got it at 20 in here. What's he doing? Peter, I'm not really paying for the diesel because he never picked either one up, so. And I bought summer diesel, and it won't light in the winter out here in my cannon. So I'm gonna have to dump my cannon, and I give him all my summers, so. Mitch a cheapie. It's a little more than 10 hours to the Mississippi from here. It's so far away that our runoff isn't even going to hit the Mississippi. He'll hit Mouse River and flood Minot, and basically there will be no rejoicing in Minot. Okay, I'm going to roll on. Bear with me. No, that looks like enough. Ish. 242 broke from winter. Oh, I got a 243, but I bought it for my dad for Father's Day when I was 18. I got it back now from, and I don't use it. But it's a damn nice gun. When I do use it, everything dies when I shoot it with it, so I don't know why I don't use it more. I guess because it's a bolt. It's a great deer hunting rifle because I never have to shoot more than once anyway, deer hunting. And if I got to shoot twice, it's because Pete needs the deer too. Because that guy cannot shoot. Not last season, but the season before, I shot 2 deer with 1 bullet just because. And Pete, I called him and said, I got a deer for you. Oh, I'll come and get it. And he comes and gets it. He doesn't bring his license or nothing. Crazy. He's got a license. I mean, he had a license for it, but shot on his land, and I'd hunt there every year on their land if it wasn't for the fact that all that ever shows up there is does and their little ones. So Pete's in the house. I'm pretty sure he said he might come back out, and I'm pretty sure I know what that meant because he said in the same breath he's got to work tomorrow. And I know when Pete goes to work, he worries that he's got to be there, and it's his family farm, and he owns it anyway. So, like, quit worrying so much. Just go there, and if shit happens, fix it as you go. Like, adapt, adjust, like. But no, he's got to get so worried, and he goes to bed and wakes up at 3 in the morning and starts his coffee then and whatnot, and it's just craziness, man. Like, I never did that with my job. My job, I never worried about it. I did my job good. I made sure that nobody could go in there and do a better job than I did. They could maybe do the same job, but they couldn't do better. Oh, right on, Steven. I didn't know what happened to you, man. But I never sat there and worried, and there's a couple big lifts. Some of them million-ton lifts I did where I had sleepless nights on those thinking about if I planned everything right, but that's going to happen. But he's an organic grain farmer, for Christ's sakes. Working in the family seed plant. Why are you so worried? You're the only one that goes there to work. All the other ones just take the money. Like, you're the boss anyway. Why are you so worried? I love the guy, but holy. They were giving him such a hard time a few years ago. I told him, tell me you quit. What do you mean? I can't quit. I run the place. Exactly. They don't even show up for work and they get their collection. There's 4 of them there. You, your sister, your dad, and your sister's boyfriend. They're all there. They can all do the work, but you're doing it all for a quarter of the money. Like, quit. Tell them you got a better job. I don't care if you got to go pump gas somewhere. Tell them it's better. You'll be hired back in no time. They couldn't replace him without hiring 3 guys. I mean, hey, Victor, how you doing, buddy? Why Steven sorry? Did you fart? Oh, one of those. That shit you eat. I would clean out a funeral home for fuck's sakes if you farted in public. I'm just kidding, Steven. Right on, Victor. Happy to hear. Are you still there, Brian? Yeah. I'm the master at it. You know it. I just don't put a big piece of cardboard in me. Oh, not a problem, Stephen. Everybody was really well behaved. You didn't have to punch anyone out or anything or throw anybody off. That was all cool. Everybody was good. We had a pretty good live, actually. Pretty laid back. I never even read comments for a while. I just rambled on about stupid shit that nobody cared about. So they just talked with amongst each other and let me ramble. It was all good. We had a good night, I think. Ultimately, though, what I think don't matter. We're all good. See, that's what matters. What you guys think. I know you will, Steven. I probably will too, because can't believe how many beer I had tonight. And that quick. I thought there would still be half a bag there when I was going home. This poor old coat, I'm going to have to hang it up and hit it with the pressure washer, cover the leather sleeves, I guess. And then scrub her down with a wire brush. It does get plenty hot enough to dry this jacket outside in like no time tomorrow. After I wash it. There you are. I was trying to show you that I roll perfect every time. Don't listen to Pete. He likes to try and make me not feel like a star. Because I know I'm not. I could have been a contender. Nobody's here. No guarantee. Yep, I saw that. Shooter boys, how you doing, buddy? Earlier I mentioned they're putting a 60-day hold on all the money orders. Not money orders. What do you call them? Damn, I don't know nothing about any of that shit. Why can't we just deal with cash? Money orders, not money orders. Whatever you sent me, Streeter Boy, they're put a 60-day hold on them all. So instead of waiting for that, I'm just gonna pay for all the tanning out of my own money. So, because I know you guys it'll all come back to me. I know it will. So, dealing with their bullshit as it happens, sort of thing. Swamp Donkey was, it wasn't e-transfers. They were actual paper checks, like not checks, money orders. One was a certified check, and even that they put a hold on for 60 days. I said, 60 days? Are you kidding? That's like 2 months. Like, what are you talking about? To make sure funds are good when it takes 10 days here? And they went, well, that's 60 days maximum. It probably won't take that long. I said, well, I hope not. Damn, that's outrageous. You have to prove you have the money to send it, and they put a 60-day hold on it. Does that sound right to anybody else? Yeah. Sounds like they don't want to send money from one country to the other without having total control. That's what sounds almost like I was going to talk about politics again, but I meant as far as hockey goes. Yeah, I suck at covering for myself. Okay, guys, we're down to 9 guys. Everybody's had enough of this for one night, so we're going to call it night. You guys take care. God, what? Government interference. Swamp Donkey. You know what? As soon as I type SW into my phone anytime when I'm typing, it comes up Swamp Donkey all the time. So just so you know, brother. But anyhow, you guys, We're gonna call it a night. We're down to 10 people already. So if you're one of those 10 people that are left and you haven't left a like, oh, I will be disappointed if there are not 85 on there tomorrow. Sounds good. Sounds good, Steven. Yeah, yeah. You laugh, but I'm the guy that has to deal with Swamp Donkey on my phone because I fell for it and typed it in before. Yeah, NESW is Swamp Donkey. Swamp Donkey. Are you talking Swamp Donkey? Good night, you guys. I had a great time tonight. I didn't want to come. I was feeling kind of. I don't even have words for it, but I was feeling that way. And hey, Brian. Yeah, we're just calling it a night, buddy. I'm gonna swamp donkey my ass home. Just so you all know, yeah, I wasn't feeling like it, and I'm sure glad I did. You guys made me feel a lot better today. I think I've just been too isolated out here. I've been no people. I mean, no people. Lonnie and Catherine and Kaylee dropped by on the first, and then that's it. I haven't seen anybody. Haven't even talked to Pete like twice in a month. So even when I come with the diesel out here, I never saw Pete that day. I just drop it off, right? So yeah, it's nice talking to people, and I think you guys are the second greatest. So everybody, you know the drill. No matter how hard it gets, you're part of the TNT army, so you keep moving forward. No